In this video I will demonstrate you how you adjust the shutter curtain spring tension on a 4x5 anniversary speed graphic model. Okay, so we start with just winding up the curtain here and just releasing it. So this curtain is, from my point of view, in a good condition also with the tension, but I will repeat the procedure nevertheless to show you how to do it. First of all, on the left side we have these 2 points. You can remove these screws. They're inside hollow and you lubricate them, the rollers they sit on them. And here on the top right part we have also one of these points, and then on the bottom part there's our culprit, which we will now further investigate. As you can see me, I'm increasing the tension to 2 and then tapping 2 times this tension dog, it's called. You release the tension and get back to tension number 1. Now we remove this washer, which sits inside of this speed dial that you need to rotate, the tension dial. So a lens tool here is really helpful, and also a pair of pliers, so it doesn't rotate. And then I use this caliper that I had lying around to remove the rest of this small washer. Now it is free and can be removed. And yeah, so here's the washer. We now proceed with removing the tensioning knob. No idea why I'm holding the plate, by the way. It's fixed with screws. So yeah, here's the tensioning dog, and now this plate is what we want to remove. So we remove all the 4 screws. The screws are screwed in this wooden graphic body, so you probably don't want to repeat the procedure a lot of times, because there's not really a... Yeah, the wood will go soft if you repeat the procedure really often, and then maybe you'll need to re-thread the holes. Now all 4 screws are removed. We can proceed by lifting up the plate. But first the tension dog must be put to the side, because it holds this shaft, and there it goes, maybe you saw it. It completely lost all its tension power, because the spring could now rotate freely, and here you can see me. I'm pulling up the tension curtain, the curtain. And yeah, I'm releasing it, nothing moves. Why? Obviously the tension is gone, and so is the power to pull the curtain back. So now it's a little bit tricky, because you need to kind of release the curtain and then move it by hand, because you don't have a screw, and not a screw, a tension roller that helps you. So what I discovered here was, because the tension roller you cannot hold it on the side, because it's kind of free moving, it's for the tension important. You can either roll up the curtain on the bottom side by using, yeah, you can see all the slack that built up, because I wanted to make sure that it fits snug on the accepting roller. You can either touch the curtain with your fingers and move it downwards, but on the right and left side of the roller there are also 2 kind of brass circles that keep the curtain in center, and you can roll on these. Now I put it sideways after I determined that it's enough, or not in much slack on there. And yeah, this plate, it needs to be set at 1 again. And now I try to put it on there, but it doesn't work. Why doesn't it work? Because there is some kind of protrusion on the tensioning roller. And this one needs to be set, as the manual states, on the top position of the graph legs and then 30 degrees to the right. So a little bit to the right, this small nose, and then with a little bit of wiggling, it fits. What I mean with fit is it really fits, so it is snug on the leather. It is important. If it doesn't fit perfectly, then you probably missed this nose. Now I'm attaching the tensioning knob, and now here you need to make sure that it does not touch the plate, because if it touches the plate you cannot rotate it And now after it's really close and it needs to also fit inside of this tensioning dock, you can then reattach the washer that's inside of there. And the right word for it is probably a tensioning nut. Now I try here to hold it with my hands, but it doesn't work because it moves too strong. So you need to get a pair of pliers and then the lens tool again and screw it in so it fits perfect to the tensioning knob and permits it to being re-screwed when you set the tension. Now you can move it slightly upwards, this whole assembly, because the roller, it just sits on the other side inside of this metal screw. And yeah, so this procedure, it's a little bit stupid to do it in this way because the roller will easily get out of its hole and then the assembly cannot touch it, but now here it worked fine. And I'm just rotating it counterclockwise. Now I think we did one rotation here. The manual codes that you need to rotate it counterclockwise 4 times, but in my case I think it wasn't nearly enough. So anyways, so with my left hand I hold the roller so it doesn't move, it gets out of its hole on the other side. And then with the other hand I rotate it counterclockwise. I think it's a 4th time, yeah. And then here's the 5th time. And I'm holding it and now I'm turning up the tension again. Or not the tension, the roller. Yeah, I'm saying 4, but it's 5. You can see me now, I think 2 apertures up, releasing it, and you can see, yeah, it moves better than before, but still not nearly at the speed that we would want it to, because it's really moving sluggish. So here comes the 6th rotation. And then the 7th rotation. Yeah. Now, again, the shutter curtain is wound up to aperture B. And 1, 2, you can see, it's kind of slow. Oh yeah, I'm not sure because, yeah, and I'm adding some more tension to it. But this is basically the way. You just rotate the whole assembly and you get this tension. Now I thought, yeah, okay, I will just add another rotation and then it's enough tension, so that I screw it back in, but it soon reveals that it's not enough. Now I'm not really sure, but I think that if you rotate the rollers and the Graflex looks kind of downward, so like this, it sits on the table. Possibly tension is sometimes too high and then the rollers just don't really work. So you can see me, yeah, so all speeds are quite fast, but the last one is still a bit sluggish. I also re-lubricated everything, so I think this was, again, not enough tension. And I'm hoping, so the manual also calls for doing it multiple times, so I was hoping to, maybe it will work magically after the 3rd time, but it didn't. So now I remove the screws, and then I will get some more tension on here. Yeah. So now you know basically the procedure, how it works. There was no video out there that shows this detail. There was some guy, he showed how to retension it, but he didn't show how to reassemble it after you remove the washers and the tensioning knob. And that's why I did this video. Yeah, and now you can see here, the curtain also completely closes after the O position, which is really nice, and I decide to close the camera again. And now this is just like a rough by the eye calibration. To do it really in a better or more professional way, I would say, it's better to do it with a shutter curtain speed testing device. And this is what I will do next, and I will also record a video of this, so stay tuned if you want to see part 2 of the, let's say, shutter curtain repair series. And if you have any questions, just put them in the comments. If you want a repair manual, I can also send it to you. Just, again, give me a message, and yeah, that's it.